Salam, shalom, all praises to the horizon. Peace and wisdom. Wise Solace speaking. Subscribe to the channel. Feel me? Visit the website, wiseservant.org. Upscaleknowledge.org. Lecture magazines there. And that's where you can reach out for one-on-one consultation on, certain scholarship or just life in general. And I'm gonna give you guys a chance to get in here. Whoever's in here already, you can ask a question if you want. Get my focus together. It's quite noisy. There's a lot of 4th of July noise. If I'm clear over this music, let me know, please. Waiting on a sound check so I can begin. Make sure everything's make sure everything's good before I start. Salam, shalom. To those of you that's just now joining in, if any of you guys don't mind, please give me a sound check. I want to discuss the ego. Hopefully everyone's in good spirits. Hopefully the mind is ready to receive in. During the day, meaning during daytime, please let me know if I'm clear. I don't want to have to start over. During the daytime, the mind projects out. During the night, or evening going into night, depending on how deep you go. When I say how deep you go, I mean how late you stay up. The mind receives in. Now, of course, you guys live on y'all schedules, meaning some of you guys may work at night and you sleep during the day. So you may have a scrambling, you get my point? But for most of y'all that, have the common orders where you're up during the day, sleep at night. Thank you, Lion Zion. You're up during the day and you sleep at night, so your mind is probably better at receiving in information, whether you realize it or not, during the evening. And like I said, the deeper you go into evening, or the longer you stay awake, the more potent that reception becomes. When I say reception, I mean like drawing in, pulling in. And so, hopefully y'all got your minds together. If anyone has questions, ask. Now I want to explain the ego. I don't want to take that long though. Y'all learn about humility, ego, and many things from the slave perspective. Meaning most of y'all have to come to realize that you come from the line of slaves. You get my point? And so there's going to be a lot of slave perspective and slave hangover in your conscious, just from the generations. And so the more clear your mind becomes, the more you'll be able to identify it. Meaning y'all have deep-rooted, slave-minded perspective on things. It's almost like old times, like everyone doesn't care if they're a slave. When I say slave, this is deeper than working a job. We're speaking of the mind. And so some people don't care that they're a slave. This is not, I guess they don't see no detriment in it, especially if you feel like you're benefiting. And so whatever you're a slave to, this is where you'll be. And so keep these things in mind. Meaning the things y'all follow are the things that y'all sell y'allself to. We speak in the mind. And so look at it like life is a canceling out game. Maybe that's a bad word, but all of y'all that follow, y'all are one brain. Whoever is the leader, the rest of y'all are not needed. You get my point? So wherever the leader goes, y'all all go. Some of y'all may get lost and you say, I follow this brother, so when I die, I'm going wherever he going. It's a mind thing. You following now. So why wouldn't you think you following when you die? You talking about your mind. Your mind follows him while you alive. Like that. Y'all think when y'all die, y'all mind's just going to change. Who you are and how you see things is how you see things. And that's the problem, and that's what you might want to adjust before you die. And so, don't get lost into the world and worldly perspectives. You don't want to know where the world is going. The world being physical matter. And so life is about raising up, as I always tell y'all. Y'all born here with handlers, meaning y'all have parents. They guide y'all as long as they can. Then y'all become adults yourselves. Y'all have to be adults for yourselves. And this never stops in life. You're going to have many crutches like that. Whether it be religion, this thing, that thing. Many different crutches to kind of help you get along or mature in your mind. But at some point you have to let the crutches go. Meaning at some point you have to let your parents grow and become an adult. At some point you have to let the religions go and the God worship go and become what you worship. Otherwise it's a falsehood. Think of it like this. For you to worship God but never have the mind to want to be. We're not talking about overcome God, but be one with God. So then that will require you of being God yourself. Meaning for you to be one with God, you need to be God yourself. Otherwise, how does this work? You get my point? And so look at it like a pal. You have to fit with the pal just like in physical life. You have to be one with the environment that you in, or it's going to be turmoil. Same with God. You got to be one with God or like God, or it's going to be turmoil. And so, like I said, y'all have y'all crushes. Some of y'all never abandoned them and stand on your own and kind of mature in mind. The body develops and matures, and then y'all given a maturity date of 21 years old. But in terms of maturing the self, y'all don't. Y'all look at it like, give me a second straight to the drop. Y'all view it as when the body becomes developed and the law says you're grown, That's all it takes. Y'all don't put the maturity or the grownness into self. And that's what being grown and mature truly is. It's not about a number that the laws say. And it's not about when your body develops, because your body will develop before you even grown. But mature and grown is when you take the time out with self and make sure the self is dependent, meaning the mind is dependent, the mind is independent, the emotional state independent, so on and so forth. And so, kind of grasp. Now, straight to the drop said, when am I going to talk about Obeya real black magic? When do y'all come to terms that the things y'all speak about, y'all cannot do anything, and that matters? Meaning, you're asking me about Obeya. You're asking me about Obeya magic. There is no different kinds of magic. Magic is alchemy. People that don't know what alchemy is, so then they use these stupid terminologies. This is the pseudo stuff y'all be seeking out. Y'all are it. And you don't have to question if I'm making up of if y'all are it, because you can't do no magic. You know no alchemy. But somehow this skipped over your brain when you was listening to whatever you was listening to. Because you got this Obeya thing from online. I seen it. I see y'all jack anything new. Then 1,000 videos pop up of the thing. But my question to y'all is, y'all cannot do no magic. How does that happen to the self where the self becomes satisfied with nothing? Meaning you satisfied with the conversation. Some of y'all follow Obeya magic and all of this, and you know in your own heart you can't do anything. My question to you is, how did you become satisfied with that? How does that work with y'all? Just a question. Please no one take offense. I'm not sure why y'all shy away. I'm just asking a question because I don't see how that happens, but I don't have to see everything. You can explain it to me, like, how does that happen? Just a question. Y'all asked about Obeya magic. I'm positive none of y'all can do Obeya magic because there's no different magic. There's just alchemy. And you have the different results, but it's the same. It doesn't matter what culture you come from. Obeya got to do with a culture. Magic. Like, what you talking about? That part. You see how your brain can't even grasp that. Every culture that know magic know the same magic. Just like in modern day, every country that knows science and got their scientists, man, they know the same shit. The Chinese scientists know the same as the American scientists. It may be a little better, but they know the same formula. It's not different science. It's the same science. They may just be better at it, but that don't make it have a new name. You get my point? Same with magic. Say Obeya magic, divination magic. You got different names of magic. They all one magic. He said it's definitely not Solomon magic, but okay. I want y'all to be aware of his comment. This is deep. Because I asked him a question. And it's going to show y'all how y'all program. Hopefully he don't take offense. I asked you a question. I said, how you get satisfied with hearing about something, supposedly learning about something? We talking Obeya magic. Yet you can't do no magic, and you ain't see nobody that you heard this from do any magic. But somehow you accepted it. How you accept nothing is something to self. You answered it by saying, it's definitely not Solomon magic, but okay. You programmed. Meaning I just broke your program. You don't know nothing. Your brain is downloaded with whatever you hear on YouTube. I just asked you something that was not in the program. Nobody ever asked you that. Like, yo, how you claim to know stuff that you don't even know how to do nothing? How you satisfied with that? You have no answer. It's program, bro. I'm trying to get y'all to see y'all real. They made y'all real life robot. YouTube and shit. Not the people that go on YouTube, just those that made YouTube. Y'all dumbed out. He cannot answer the question. It's not a hard question. I want all y'all to realize this. It's not a hard question. He can easily say, well, all he got to do is answer why he's satisfied with nothing. How did that happen? None of y'all can answer it. Y'all will go into the debate part. Like, okay, brother, what about this though? What about that? Just answer the question. Because you programmed. He ain't said nothing yet. Yeah, they dumbed y'all out to that point. Again, anybody can answer the question for him. He can answer it for himself. Whatever the case may be. Just answer the question. I really want y'all to see this. Y'all are programmed. Meaning 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 plus 2 equals 4. If something is said out of the program, y'all stuck. Like, then y'all go when they kid, it ain't Solomon magic. I don't know what none of that mean. Answer the question. Just the question. If y'all don't mind being dumbed down, I don't either. Y'all don't have to be scared of nothing. I wouldn't care how y'all are. I thought y'all wanted to learn. And this is the process of learning. A programmed brain robot. You don't know what to say outside of what you heard. Y'all don't see nothing wrong with that. Meaning y'all slaves in the brain. To the point where y'all like programmed robots. Y'all running from that. Like, you get my point? Otherwise, somebody please answer the question for me. I want to move along with this lesson, but I can't. I need an answer. Y'all are like overseers. And slaves from that work out in the field. And most of y'all like slaves that work out in the field. You're going to wake up tomorrow or Tuesday. You're going to go to work. You ain't going to make nothing. You living paycheck to paycheck on your fucking hands and knees. And for some fucking reason, you cool with that. You complain all you want, but you don't do nothing to adjust yourself. That's just real talk. Y'all push y'all pain out on the life. Now you gonna have an attitude with whoever you can, cause you choose to be a fucking slave and don't do nothing about it. And some of y'all like overseas, but y'all slaves nonetheless. You don't even see your favorite rapper getting online crying about he ain't make no money in his, you get it? Y'all see the same shit no matter how high up we are. Nigga still a overseer crying about he getting jerked around. Yeah, I'm talking to y'all. This is depressing. Your brains all programmed out. Y'all ain't read a book in who knows how long. Y'all just watch YouTube. And whatever's the new talk on YouTube, y'all know that. Y'all ain't learning no scholarship, no science, no nothing. The same old make-believe talk. They put the make-believe and the dumb shit out to the side for y'all, and y'all just go to it every time. Ain't nothing stopping y'all from reading and learning and grasping science and real history, real things. I'll take the easy route. the coloring book route. Just watch TV. I'ma just watch this movie. That's how y'all learn. That's how we always learn. Y'all know Malcolm X because y'all seen the Malcolm X movie. That's most black people. They know Malcolm X from the Malcolm X movie. They know Muhammad Ali from the Muhammad Ali movie. You get my point? They don't know nothing about the city and the country they live in. Y'all got fake stuff. Y'all talk status corrections. Y'all got the same status y'all always had. Still running around lying. Y'all get no results from none of the stuff y'all speak of. But for some reason, y'all accept it and still speak of it. Just a thought. Again, y'all will speak about status correction. I'm a Moor. Moors got status correction and all these dumb lies y'all made up. Y'all know y'all don't got no corrections in y'all status. That wouldn't even make sense if you understood the Babylon you live in. Yet, y'all just be like, no, this is truth. Meaning y'all don't get no results from the things y'all pull from. Salam, shalom. I see one of y'all said, all right, bro. Y'all kind of take it as a chastising. Y'all grown. That's what I mean. Y'all dumbed out like slaves. Nigga get to talking to y'all on adult level, then y'all think like it's a chastising. You ain't gotta be here, champ. It's real talk. They dumbed y'all out. This the real part of the conversation. When the person start asking you about your mind, like, yo, what happened to your mind? Y'all got kids. They gonna be dumber than y'all if y'all don't adjust y'all own mind. Say, alright, bro. Just telling y'all real talk. Somebody have to. Ain't no voices being raised, so I don't know why y'all would take offense. Lion Zion said, I'm curious. I want to know the answer. You don't have an answer. I'm trying to show y'all really programmed. It's not a joke. You got scientists that work in high up levels since like the 1930s at how to brainwash and program people. And all these little devices y'all got is a part of these things. Like, again, they've been working on brainwashing and making people dumb down since the 30s. Y'all the end results of that work. They working on new things right now for y'all kids to be stupid. Working on new pharmaceutical pills, chemicals to mix together to give to y'all babies. So by the time they y'all age, they be dumb as shit. It's the same shit every generation. If every generation just overlook it like, okay, man, ain't no big fucking deal. So get my point. Meaning, if you my age, you 40 years old. When we was growing up, we had trees with fruits on them still. I ain't even that old. We used to go to get free lunch and shit and stop and pick from the peach tree, pick from the apple tree. Sometimes we'd pick apples and throw them at the crackheads and shit and make them chase us. That's like real tag. Fake tag when you playing with your peoples. They just won't tag you. But if you throw an apple at a crackhead, man, and he catch you, real tag. So we living dangerous. The point I'm making is this. Don't get lost on that. We have real apple trees. We have different food in the supermarket than y'all got now. Our cherries and fruits and things was completely different than what y'all got now. Y'all fruit look perfect. Y'all vegetables too. Where you should already know, like, this is fake food because it look too perfect. Stuff that grow don't look like that. They get little bruises here and there because, it's outdoors. Like, how is it not going to get a little bruise here and there? The point I'm making is, if you my age and you could see from when you was young to now and see the difference, like, okay, they got way more medicines than we had. We ain't have all these pharmaceuticals, man. What we had? Ritalin? The crazy motherfuckers was on Ritalin, like. We didn't have all the extra stuff. We didn't have Molly, Xanax, and all of that. The point I'm making is, like I said, they making up new stuff for y'all babies. And if every generation just be like, man, ain't that deep. You feel me? It ain't no telling where they gonna have us 20 years from now. The generation before my generation, they did like y'all said. They said, it ain't no big deal. Niggas be blowing this shit out of proportion. Next thing you know, my generation grows up with no parents because all these niggas hit with crack. I'm gonna say it again. They just blowing this shit off like it's no big deal. Next thing you know, my whole generation don't got no parents because they all in jail for selling crack or using it. This most of y'all reality that's 40. That wasn't my reality, but I know most people, you was afflicted by the crack thing. That part. The point I'm making is, if you got kids, just pay attention to that. That's all I can say. When my parents and them was growing up, they was just having fist fights and shit. This was their games. Fist fights. By the time you got a little past that, knife fights. You get to my age generation, gun fights. You get to y'all age generation, y'all just kill whoever, whatever. Y'all will shoot a whole goddamn supermarket up. You get my point? Meaning, I'm not sure why y'all don't see the pattern. Ain't nobody dumb enough to kill their own and put theyself in the predicaments that you see the young doing now. So you got to know there's some type of science being applied in the matter. Meaning you see the young kids just killing each other. They so dumb they do it where you know they gonna get caught. Somehow this does not go into their brain. You get my point? When you see that, you gotta have a brain. Think of Nipsey Hussle. The nigga shoots Nipsey Hussle broad daylight. He knows there's cameras in there. This Nipsey Hussle killer. He knows Nipsey Hussle, they're friends. They grew up together. So anybody with a logical mind would know, like, I'm not gonna get away. You get it? Everybody in the neighborhood know me. Everybody in this area know him. It's broad fucking daytime. I mean like that, where you scratch your head and say, do they want to get caught? Man, they got brainwashing techniques that they doing on y'all. And they testing it out on y'all through the new products and the new medicines, like the new pharmaceuticals. The new street drugs too. And so, just be mindful of some of the things I say. He still ain't answered the question. He's still babbling something else. He said, damn, me bringing up Obeya, which is the highest form of alchemy, messed me up. Again. Obeya is just new talk. You a young kid, you can play with yourself. Obeya is just new talk. The people you hearing about Obeya from, they don't even know no alchemy. Like you said the first time, magic. Meaning you don't know what alchemy is. Y'all don't know what magic is. But let me help y'all out, because like I said, y'all learn things from the slave perspective. Alchemy is when you mix and merge different metals. You can create lights. You can light up a whole city. Mix and merge different metals. Create jewelry. People wear this jewelry. It afflicts their mindset and their emotional state. If you lost, when y'all put on them big chains, then y'all feel completely different. And then y'all become addicted to it. Meaning when y'all don't got y'all chain, then y'all like, damn, where my jewelry? You feel like naked without it. meaning you become attached to it. This is alchemy, knowing the mixing and merging of the different metals. Chemistry, when you mix and merge different things together to bring about magical results. And so it goes to your substances too. You got all the plants in life and they have different substances within the roots. Mixing and merging these different substances give you different results. It can be hallucinogenic, it can be medicinal, it can be to create a virus in a person. Many different results depending on the recipe. You have the same with your atomic levels of life. This is your levels of life within the airs. This is your smells, your sounds, your atoms. You can mix and merge different atoms together, create atom bombs. This thing, that thing. Y'all live under the alchemy or the stuff y'all talking about. It's like I said, when you're dealing with blacks, like some game to y'all. Like, Waters coming said, why is that artifact in your hands? Is that ego? How old are you? How old are some of y'all? It's beyond too dumb for me. For those of y'all that's in here, that's normal. Salam, shalom. Look at the levels of stupidity. He asked me, is this ego? I'm going to just leave that there because I'm not sure. It's like y'all live in a fairy tale. I'm going to say it again. It's like y'all live in a fairy tale. This is a movie. And I'm a movie character. And this is some movie instrument. And alchemy is some magic where you bury the drawers in the grass and then you can be stuck in the house. And you get my point? It's something about y'all where y'all brains just can't mature and just be like, yeah, we don't want to do the work. We choose to be, because that's all that is. Y'all choose to be stupid, but y'all just don't want to acknowledge it. So then y'all make up like kid shit to talk about. Meaning if you black, you don't care to learn science. You don't care to understand atoms. You don't care to understand molecules. This is substances. Science wasn't your thing. You really don't care about it. You don't understand it. You get my point? Y'all don't read a lot. We all know black people don't read. So when it comes to history and stuff like that, y'all bottom of the barrel. Y'all just hear whatever y'all can. And these things don't want to be acknowledged. So y'all just dumb down every generation. Instead of just being honest with your young, like, yeah, man, we fall for the falsehoods. We don't really take the time out on ourselves. We the lessers. Our peoples were slaves. We got the slave hangover. And we really don't take no time out on nothing. We just work mad hard and try to pay our little bills and shit like that. And we desperate. That don't never happen. And so you get my point? Every generation we get worse off and worse off. It's truly unfortunate because they killing y'all babies. If we ain't got no babies, then that's the end of our line. I'm going to say it again. If you're paying attention to the things that's transpiring in life, babies is dying now. That COVID shit whacked off hella the old. And so this is how wars go if you ain't paying attention. They knock off your old. They knock off your young. You knock off the old, you knock off the wisdom. The wisdom being like to see the same shit over and over again. This is your likelihood to grasp shit. So them old motherfuckers that died from COVID, they done seen all this shit so many times, y'all won't pull no information from them. They dead now. You get it? Like that. Now you got the young, they ain't been on this roller coaster ride 57 times. To where they could say, okay, I see this movie play out before, this the same old shit from, you get it? An old person can be like, man, it's the same old shit from 1983. You get my point? Because that's all y'all live is repeats. And just to flick each generation the same way, but step it up a little bit. And so they whack off the old. A lot of the old got whacked off with the COVID, and the old just old. So you already know how that go. Now you got the young teenagers. These the ones that's going to kind of be bringing forth the new generation. They dead like a motherfucker. Do I have to start the name? Because all the rappers that died are black. XX FBG Duck, this nigga, that nigga, Slim 400. It's so many niggas died, y'all don't even remember half these niggas. I'm naming niggas right now, y'all like, oh shit, I forgot Slim 400 died. I ain't named Nip Hustle and I ain't named about 100 niggas. Let's name a quick 5. And these are young niggas that was gonna have kids. You get my point? They wasn't at the I'm done making kids ages. Now think about the generation that's right beneath them that's still teenagers. Some of these niggas ain't even get no ass yet. They shooting each other dead in the street. A lot. I'm not sure if y'all don't think like those numbers don't add up and count for something, but y'all gotta know hella young is gone. Your little young partner probably just got shot the other day. Right now in real life. For some reason y'all have no problem with this. It's going to be 5 black people left before y'all realize, like, hold on. Where's all the black people? Because that's where y'all headed. Y'all mixed breeding in. Y'all know me, I don't care if y'all have do whatever y'all want with whatever nationality. But at this point, black people extinct and ain't nobody saying that. When I say black people, I'm talking about North American black people. I know y'all like to say y'all come from Africa. Cool. Africa's flooded with black people. But the black people in North America, these niggas is not paying attention. North America ain't that goddamn big. And so, you niggas might want to start paying attention. Because it's not... If you add up all the black people in jail and all the black people that died, and y'all got real numbers, just to see, like over the last 10 years, how many of our blacks is in jail right now, and how many young and old have died over the past 10 years, half y'all mouth would drop. Like, hell no, that can't be the real, meaning it's in the millions. Half y'all mouth will drop like, is that high for real? Some of y'all in biracial relationships, so your seeds ain't technically black. And so I'm not even sure. Y'all know where I'm going, but try to grasp. Now this video was supposed to be about the ego. If you black, I just want to let you know you're in really, really, really bad shape. Whether you're high up or low down. The lower down you are, you already know you in bad shape. But the high up, we in bad shape. Y'all are not keeping track of nothing. So, when I turn on the news, I see babies dying now. I don't know who's killing babies or how that became the style, but it is. So, Most of y'all that's my age, y'all don't know y'all responsibility in life. Meaning y'all desperately trying to get on still like when you was a kid. You trying to impress little ass kids, and you don't know your responsibility. Half y'all got kids that's damn near grown, and is grown, and it's your responsibility to keep track. The old too old. Niggas 55, 60 years old, they too old to truly think about the problems in life. They have physical, personal ailments. As you get older, the mind starts to change. They have to start to come in with the terms like, yo, I'm gonna die soon. I don't care if it's 30 years down the road. 30 years is real far when you knowing like shit. Even if I live my time out, it's only gonna be 30 years at max. It's a nigga that's 70 years old, man. Shit, even if I get another 30 years, that's it though. But I could die before that. A nigga could shoot me, anything. But if nothing happened, I might could live another 30. So they mind is kind of focused in and out on that. It's those that's 50, 40. We the elders. Your 40-year-olds and your 50-year-olds. Meaning y'all been around long enough to kind of, if you pay attention, you know what's going on. But y'all getting lost like little kids trying to follow and impress y'all own young so y'all can make money off it. And as I said, man, y'all numbers going down like a motherfucker. Y'all kids damn near gonna die. Half y'all my age, y'all kids died. I'm gonna say it again. Half y'all 40 and 50 years old, y'all got black kids that died. Yours. That part. How many of y'all kids in jail right now? That part. And so, if you young, if you my age, you need to get your mind together. Like on a real level. If you young, you might want to come to terms with like your elders are children. And it's been like this for generation to generation. It take the lesser perspective, the slave perspective. And pass on a hurt and pain. And the white man the devil. They don't tell you like, yeah, we help with that by being stupid. For no damn reason. Just don't want to take out the time. Like, and so you get my point. If you young, you might want to get real with yourself. You might be on in this life alone, where you won't have to learn everything the hard way and kind of figure it out like the first race of man. Because y'all don't seem to be grasping nothing I say. I got a vacation coming up, so y'all gonna be without me for a time. I suppose during that time, y'all gonna go real low in y'all intellect. I come back, y'all gonna be talking about a whole bunch of more stuff that y'all can do. More programmed than before. So, take a time out with the self every day if you can, man, and really think on the self. Meaning your own self. And be real with yourself. You like where you at, like in your life, in your mental state, emotional state? And if you don't, ain't nothing to beat yourself up about. That's the beginning. You got to put everything in perspective, and really, because y'all just live through the day, like, and you don't never take a moment to really think, like, okay, am I growing? Is like, what am I doing? That's most black people problem right there. Y'all have babies, y'all want to argue with your baby daddy, your baby mama, and y'all don't take no time out to the self to really adjust and say, all right, what am I doing in this life? What am I contributing to? What am I being a pawn for? Because this going to affect my line down the line. Like, however dumb I am, going to make for my young to be of equal measure or less. You get my point? Meaning, however dumb our generation is, The generation that's coming after us gonna be dumber. This is why you hear every generation of black people saying, man, I don't get these young niggas. Every generation is dumber. They do stupid or wilder shit. And so just take heed to what I'm saying. I'm speaking from the perspective of a father and somebody that just got wisdom, and my eyes is open to things. It's way worse than y'all are like. It's way worse than y'all are paying attention to. And the shit gonna start hitting all y'all households. Like, you get my point? Right now, some of y'all are a little spared. We blow shit off. But the shit gonna start hitting all of y'all households. Y'all gonna lose the young ones. We in that time where you more likely gonna bury your fucking son, your little nephew, your little baby cousin before you bury your fucking grandmama. And that's real time. And so pay attention. Try not to get too lost into the stupidities of the time, because they put out here for y'all. If you my age, you got to pay attention. If you a little younger, you gonna be dumb. You got to live your life. That's a given. But if you older, you might want to pay a little bit of attention, because at this point, y'all are slaves, like hard body. Y'all want to be slaves, like y'all not trying to like. All I can say is this. Whoever are the black high-ups and however this works, y'all follow whatever y'all follow. Y'all, everybody do whatever they do. Ain't working. I'll just leave it like that. Remember in the beginning when I said like, how y'all could just pump shit and y'all don't get no results from it. Like how you could just talk about Obeya magic and it being the highest magic, and you ain't never seen a nigga pumping that shit do no actual magic, and you can't either. How you get it to yourself where you just accept it as the best thing or this thing and you ain't even get, you ain't never even learned nothing. Like how to do no magic. Apply that now. Like, I don't know how y'all get so satisfied with nothing, but you got a rapper right now that's big and famous and ain't got no money. And he gonna keep the secret. Like, they stringing him along. He's struggling and shit. He can get whatever perks he get, but in terms of him having like ownership and master over his shit, he's struggling. He broke right now. I'm not saying it's a person I know. I'm just speaking hypothetically because I know there's a bunch of rappers that probably fit into that bucket. Now, how he go like year after year like that, I don't know. Meaning, I don't know how y'all just accept things, y'all get no results from it, and just be like, yeah, it's real. How? And so all of y'all that's talking obey your magic, one of y'all tell me that y'all learned or seen someone perform the magic. Now I'm gonna go use the restroom. Y'all can type it up. Let me know when y'all see this performance. And if none of y'all ain't see nobody that pump obey your magic, do no magic, then understand when I say y'all fools, I ain't trying to play y'all. Okay, why I say that? It's my supper time. Walter said, what's the point of showing an artifact and not explaining it? Kid. Come to my channel to learn wisdom, champ. This is not the stupid kid place where you're like a dumb kid. Like, what's that? What's that? What's this? What's that? I'm not sure what's wrong with y'all, but y'all have to see on y'all own, y'all like babies, man. It's like a kid. Say, what's that? It's almost like you dumb. You don't know what this is? No. Shalom, shalom. Y'all reach out to me when y'all having y'all problems, and it's okay. And so if you wonder, like, damn, why Solace? Well, I don't know what y'all view as. I don't see nothing wrong with this video or the knowledge I'll be breaking down to y'all. Shit be cold-blooded to me. But y'all be having problems. So, like, I figure like y'all want to get y'all shit together. Again, y'all be like reaching out for help. Y'all old. Some of y'all about to go to jail. And you old. Why you still catching cases for dumb shit? And some of y'all beefing with your baby mama, your baby daddy, like you like 17 still. You like 40 and shit. 50. You get my point? And y'all be going through shit that make me like, how are y'all? I don't know. And so it's y'all pains and struggles that y'all getting in this video. I mean, in this video for y'all, I figure like y'all had enough. As much fucking problems as I, you know? My life is at peace. I don't have no problems. I don't put myself in no predicaments to have none. And so everything groovy. And y'all become like a little bit depressing. Y'all don't care about yourselves, like. Y'all care about moments. If y'all can have a good day here, there, y'all care about that. Y'all don't really care about y'all life. Like, what y'all robbed of. It ain't even got to be a matter of robbed of, just dumbed out of. You get my point? Like kids arguing and fighting, not never working together. There's too many black people and too many people my age and older for y'all to be like stupid kids. Where y'all like arguing and compete for everything, don't you get it? It's almost like a design. It almost make you wonder, is there a design written up for black people to just fail? Why we don't have a country? Like the simple things. Niggas waste money every year on dumb shit. All type of black people. Why we ain't even at least got like a country? Even if that motherfucker ain't got no buildings or nothing on it, why we don't? Just the bare minimums. A flag, a country. All these years, why we don't? Mexicans is poor. They got a country, right? I mean like that. Like, y'all like finished. Like, shit strange. But y'all have to see these things yourselves. Now I'm gonna have to come back and do the ego because I took too long. Y'all know that. But I do everything off of spirit. Meaning, when I deal with the wisdom, I don't deal with my opinions. I don't deal with none of these things. I just let the mind take over. And whatever the video need to be, the video need to be. So you get my point? The topic was the ego. You know how y'all think of what to say? Like, okay, what am I going to say? I let the life take over that part. Like, whatever I'm going to say to y'all, so it come from the life. It ain't really got nothing to do with me. So if the video ain't on topic, it ain't really got nothing to do with me. Like, I'm ready to do the big ego, but I guess whatever part of the life is within me, so we say like, no, y'all need this. So some of the videos gonna be like that, where it's supposed to be the topic and then it don't. It's like I said, I tell y'all gotta learn to flow. Stop trying to control life. When y'all try to control life, y'all become your own resistance. I don't know if that's clear, but just kind of grasp. When you try to take control over your life, like, I want this to happen and I want that. I want a wife like this. I want a husband like this. A house like that. I want this to be like, you get it? And you try to control every aspect. You create resistance. Meaning life is flowing you through. When you try to take control, look at it as like trying to steer and go this way. But life is pushing you the way it wants you to go. And so you start to make resistance. You get my point? Y'all kind of live that resistance out. And learn to flow with life. Learn to keep the mind centered and present. Meaning not thinking about future thoughts. What you going to do tomorrow. What bill due next month. Or thinking about some stuff from the past that's still bothering you. But learning how to keep the mind centered so you can enjoy the present. Learning how to just flow with life. If somebody walk up to you and say, hey, let's go over here, and all is good and well, sometimes we be like, oh shit, I don't feel like it. We kind of let the stagnant mind take over. Flow. Maybe an opportunity there for you. You get my point? Learn to just flow and not try to have so much control. The point of my saying that is, that's how I do the videos. I don't try to control whatever lesson y'all get. Y'all get the lesson that's supposed to be for y'all. And so, kind of grasp arithmetic, peace, and wisdom. Now, in regards to the ego, I'm going to try to make this quick. Give y'all a little bit. It was going to be a long video. About this long. Breaking down all of the ego. When you're dealing with the ego, you have the high and the low ego. The ego can be low and resonate off arrogance or insecurity. I'm going to say it again. The ego can go high or the ego can go low. You're speaking of the ego. Focus. It can go high or it can go low. Now, when it goes high, it can go insecure or arrogant. When it go low, it could go insecure or arrogant. The low ego being when the swag, look at the ego like the swag of self, the surety of self. Sometimes y'all ain't in y'all swag, y'all left y'all mojo home. You like, oh, did it? Feel like laying around today. You don't feel like your divine self. Now, of course, y'all ain't divine, but you get my point. Y'all all got y'all swag. Some of y'all put y'all swag in y'all back pocket. It been there for years. You forgot you had one, but when you kind of have that spark of self, like, yeah, it's going down. And then sometimes you feel a little, life beats you the fuck down. You be like, oh, this shit. That's like your high and your low. Now the ego has to raise, meaning y'all have to have high, big egos. But y'all can't let it go insecure or arrogant. You get my point? And then the ego gonna raise or lower. And this is fine when it raises or lowers. The problem is when it's raising, it can go into insecure or arrogant. When it's lowering, it can go into insecure or arrogant. And this is what's going to happen if you don't keep the ego stable. Meaning y'all can have y'all high moments and y'all low moments without going arrogant or insecure. When y'all go insecure, this is when everything starts. Meaning, this is when y'all start to beat self up and it becomes an outer projection thing. You get my point? When a person is arrogant, then they start to cave in. You get it? They think they snooty and better than others. They start to separate themselves. It starts to become a caving in. When a person get insecure, they start to lash out. You get it? Y'all go through hardships. Y'all money get low. You get my point? Y'all start to get insecure. Y'all start to lash out at whoever's near. Y'all start to push those fears and pains out. Of course, don't nobody say they real problem in life. Meaning, if somebody got a problem with you, it may be petty, and so they don't want to look like a petty weirdo. So then they start to create other problems that they have with you that they don't have with you, but it seems more suitable. You get my point? Some of y'all going through that right now. And you like, this motherfucker just making up shit. What's all that about? It's about they got a problem with you that don't feel proud about saying. Maybe you bagged up a girl that they like and that shit disturbed them. And if they say that, niggas gonna be like you was simping a whole weirdo. Catching feelings cause he bagged up chicks you like. So of course he ain't gonna say that. He gonna start nitpicking at your character. Like, I don't like him cause he like this. And but you get my point? And then that builds. Next thing you know, he got 10 real problems with you in his mind, but really he only got one problem with you. But he don't deal with that one problem because that one ain't good enough, but that's the one that hurt him. And that one gonna make him look stupid, so he throw that shit to the side. And you get my point? He go with the problem that he made up. Why you laughing, Griffmatic? You going through this right now. Some of y'all going through this try and grasp. Most people are like that. You get it? Meaning a lot of y'all are like that. You let your emotional state get out of whack to where you become petty. You get my point? And so, you can't speak your pettiness out. Like I said, don't nobody want to look stupid. Like, oh, you mad petty? You mad about that? So then you start to create things. This is how you start to have mad hate and anger build up, because for everything you don't like, you got to carry. You get my point? If I say I don't like this nigga, now every time I see him, I got to deal with that turmoil inside like I don't like this nigga. Now imagine I do that with 10 niggas. I don't like this nigga, that nigga, that nigga. That's hella fucking pain you adding onto the self. This is how gang members able to do what they do. They create an atmosphere in their brain where they hate this nigga and hate this nigga and hate that nigga. And then when they constantly keep seeing these people, in their mind they hate them. Start to get disturbed. And so you get my point? That disturbance, that disturbed spirit helped them to be everything they need to be to do the uglies in life. So you want the ego to go high. Like I said, I'm going to come back and do the full video. But you want the ego to go high. Don't look at high as arrogant. You have low arrogant. I mean, you got some people low as fuck and they arrogant. You got some people low as shit and they insecure. You got some people that's high as fuck. High class as shit and they insecure. Some arrogant. You want to raise to your higher, better self, meaning the perfection of yourself. The ego got to go high for you to be the perfection of yourself. But you got to keep it stable. You can't let it go into the insecurities, and you can't let it go into the arrogance. Now, as you raising in your ego or in your greatness, you're going to have people that's trying to pull down on you and make you feel lesser. That's going to throw you into your arrogance. You get my point? You're going to have people that's above where you coming into that's going to try to make you feel low. That's going to throw you into your insecurities. Meaning when you start to come up mentally, physically, emotionally, you get my point? You're going to have people that's beneath you trying to pull you down. And then you're going to have those that's above where you at trying to kick you down. This is going to create arrogance and insecurity as you raise them. Meaning when you're raising, it's not just a straight raise. You got outside components knocking you around in perspective. If you don't have control over the self to say, hold on, this is just the growing pains aspect. I gotta adjust. You get it? I'm growing past where I'm coming from, and so they pulling because they want me down where they at. You don't have to look at it like a bad thing. It's just a natural reaction. And when you start to come up into new realms and atmospheres, you knew there people gonna try to push you down. Like, get out of here. You ain't nobody. This is gonna make you become insecure on one end, and from the other side, when people trying to pull you back down, that's gonna make you get arrogant. Because you're gonna view yourself as above them, like I'm coming up and y'all trying to pull me down. That's gonna make your arrogance pop out. And so do you get my point? When you become great or you're rising in the ego, you gotta reflect and keep everything how it needs to be. Like, understand how it's gonna be. Rhythmatic said, I'm trying to keep all toxic negative vibrations away. I'm gone. Don't want to be around for some people's insecurities. Yeah, when y'all growing, and you get to a place of mind where you say, yeah, I want to start doing better by myself and see, like, the results I can get from that. Like, I want to see what being kind can do for me. Like, I'm going to practice for a week to greet people when I see them, whoever it may be, and just, I want to see what kind has to offer. We speaking like if this is you. Hopefully y'all do these things. When you trying to grow like that and you got negative people around you that they just have to have a problem. You get it? They may not even know somebody and they like, I can't stand this motherfucker. And you like, oh my God. You didn't even meet this person. They got a lot of built up hate and pain and they gonna flowing out. And they gonna push it on anybody they can. You want to get to a place where you don't have no dislikes. If you find yourself in a position where you dislike, you pure inside. You whole. Y'all live in a duality. Y'all take this side over that side depending on the situation. This is how y'all get to a place. This is how y'all get to a place where y'all don't like stuff. And y'all like things. Rhythmatic, why you keep laughing, brother? You trolling? This is how y'all get to a place where y'all like and dislike things. You get my point? You want to get to a place where you don't have any dislikes. Arsenal Bullet said, brother, you talking all of the Charleston White. Shalom, shalom. I don't know what y'all be talking about. Peace and wisdom, Miss Black. He said, I'm speaking all of the Charleston White topics of words. I have no clue what you listening to, but me and Charleston White, we in two different, you get my point? Some of y'all dumbed out. Charleston White don't got nothing to do with wisdom. That's not an insult. I break down scholarship. Ever so often I take a time out to give y'all real talk, but if the person don't read books and break down different scholarships, I'm not saying he don't. I'm just saying that ain't what he do. I ain't never seen him do that. You get my point? That's what I deal with. Scholarship, science, meditation, getting the mind together. These things don't got nothing to do with a Charleston White. So I suppose you just wanted to give Charleston White a shout out here. My brother got more followers than me. I'm sure everybody in here know who he is. And now take the wisdom, apply it, try and grasp. Like I said, the ego, when it's raising, you're going to have them circumstances. You have to keep the ego from going into its insecurities or its arrogance. Then you're going to have times when the ego drop. You have to keep it from going into its insecurities or its arrogance. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself stuck down, you get my point? In the low ego for longer than you want. This could be a depression. Meaning y'all can have a death in the family or something that knock you into the low ego. And then that can become an insecure thing or an arrogant thing. And this is what's going to keep you bound or keep you going deeper, crookeder, more and more into, you know, the distorted point of the thing. Griffmatic said, no, you're right on point how some people can just create a problem out of nothing. Oh, that's why you was laughing. Yeah, some people have a lot of anger and hate built up inside. You get to a point where they start to hate people they don't even know. If you like that and you like got problem with people that don't even know you, you need help. And you want to get to a place where you don't have no dislikes. You get my point? And you ain't putting yourself in no predicaments where somebody can do something to you where you have to dislike them. And you shouldn't dislike nobody outside of that unless you got a problem or your ego is all disturbed. Let's say you say, man, I don't like you, Solace. I say, why? All you can say is you don't like maybe something that I taught or I teach. You don't control the world. You don't control my mouth. I could say the same thing back to you. I don't like that you believe in this and that. You be talking, you get it? But I don't control your mouth for the world. I just control my channel and my flow. And so I'm saying that so you can see, like, the ego can get stupid to where a person can really think they have a point. They don't like you, ain't got no reason. You don't even know them. They're not going to look at self in that way to say, yeah, I'm a little retarded. I'm getting a little wrapped up and caught up. And I got too much pain inside. I got to keep the self clear. Look at pain as like Velcro. It's going to make you catch on this shit you don't want nothing to do with. Some of y'all got friends and have fell into relationships that y'all would have never in y'all right state of mind even got into. But you was low at that moment or something was going on with you and you gravitated and now your ass locked in with some shit where you like, why do you even see how that happened? You get my point? Some of y'all in relationships right now, and you like, I don't see how I even got with this person. I love them now, so it's hard to break up with them, but I don't see, like, what was I thinking? You probably was in a low state or something was going on with you. It's like Velcro. You just pulled in all kind of shit. So you want to keep the self straight. Just keep the dirt and shit off. Arsenal Bullets, excuse yourself, champ. This is not the childish channel. It's the real channel. Everybody here real. I'll knock your jaw clean off. Charleston Whites too. Now slide. Go get your daddy, nigga. Outside of that, don't play with me. You watch your mouth when you come in here and deal with the wisdom. Outside of that, real men don't have problems. So when you say dealing with the real problems, you a bitch. That's why you have problems, nigga. If I had a problem, solve that shit. Instantly. Again, you a bitch ass nigga. And whatever you like is a bitch ass nigga. Whatever you represent is bitch ass nigga shit. And you a poop putt in the environments I come from. Meaning you a bitch ass nigga that can't handle your shit. Be in a circle crying, talking about you got problems. Pull my pistol out here, bitch ass nigga, handle your shit. Or get lost. You that to me. A crybaby, nigga. You want sympathy. We got real problems, ain't nobody helping us. Fuck up, nigga, handle your shit. Other than that, y'all don't have no problems, except that y'all stupid. Salam, shalom, Thomas, man. Now, don't ever come in my channel and mistake me for some bozo that came here to play with none of y'all. That's on real time. I ain't come on tough time, don't come here on tough time. You're not tougher than me. None of you goofbags. And so I'm on teaching time, meaning I'm trying to reach the minds. That don't mean I won't knock your jaw clean off. That part. Said you talking to me street and not in the streets, champ. I live in New York. If you live in New York, you can get all you want. You can get your tire flattened. That means your lungs punctured. Just like that. Other than that, move along. I don't want to have a dumb conversation with you. Because you got the next nigga's name in your mouth like you suck big dick. Somehow you think this the real man channel. Can't come with men's names in your mouth like you suck other men's dick. You a man, you got to come as your own man, speaking on yourself. Y'all be coming here with a whole nother nigga's dick in your mouth. Talking dumb and tough at the same time. You can't have a ruler and be the boss. You got to be one or the other. Meaning you either sucking dick or you getting your dick sucked. But you can't be both. Now we speaking about you, meaning fake men. Y'all either sucking dick or getting y'all dick sucked. Y'all like niggas all up in y'all ass, like, you get it? Fuck nigga shit. You like a bitch ass nigga with your name in his mouth. You like, you feel me? He said, man, it's soft teachings. We need real thorough men. Whatever little niggas are goof bad. Tell me who you are since you use my real name. Let y'all see how scared niggas is of me in real life. What's your name in real life? I'll come straight to your crib and knock your jaw off. It should only take 5 seconds to write like I'm so and so. Who you are? Shit, that simple. Take 5 to write. Big James. I don't know no James. Who are you that I know? You right, I don't know you. I forgot I put my daughter picture up and I put the names and shit. Like Johnny. So maybe you put that for that. I thought you was somebody I knew in real life. So y'all knock your head up. Knock your jaw off. But I don't know no Big James. That's a goofy name. Like something you made up. I like you though, cowboy. I be desperate to talk shit. So like yeah, I don't blame this shit on you. Like, yeah, you came in talking like that. You know, I lost my train of thought. But I'm gonna let you go right now. Like, you gotta go. But I enjoyed you stopping by, champ. You got anything you want to say before you leave? Got anything you want to say before I kick you out, man? He said, all right, watch me fine. You ain't gotta find me. I got an email, man. You know me. You can get my number. Like. Why y'all do so much work on y'allselves? Niggas be like, I'ma find you. Blood, make sure a person hiding from you before you go through all that work seeking. Maybe they don't mind, like, they'll help you. Like, say, Dan, if I would known you was looking for me, my man, I would have pulled right up on you. Like, like that. Y'all be bullshit talking in the daytime. Just, I'm looking for this nigga and that nigga. You ain't looking for nobody. Cut it out. Some of y'all straight fans, I would like to see you though, man. We could be friends. I don't mind. Now, is there anything else you want to say for you? Shout out, Goofy. I'm just playing with him, y'all. I'm gonna kick him out in a minute. Get back to this ego. I'm about to start supper because I'm hungry. But close out this ego. Salam, shalom, arsenal bullets. Let me know if I need to block you off, champ. I want to. It was fun playing with you. Y'all know how I am. I don't mind messing around with the trolls every now and then. But let me know if you gonna, be a goofbag. Say something to let me know that, you had your fun. We done with that for the moment. Let me finish this ego part out. And hurry up, please. I'll be taking hella long just to write, like. I know my Wi-Fi be lacking. Going slow. I take it you I take it that you finished being a bozo. Hey, keep up. Y'all stupid, my nigga. A lot of y'all don't even realize it. We'll probably have a lot of fun in real life. Not gangster stuff. I'm talking about grown. Meaning, what he just said, I already know. Like, when y'all talk shit to me, y'all like how I talk shit. And it's like I said, sometimes I be desperate. Sometimes I be desperate to talk this shit back with y'all. That's just some shit we do in the hood. Some of y'all are squares, y'all come here for the deep knowledge, and it's here for you. Then you got other aspects of life, and this is just how we have fun, like, talk shit. So, I be knowing y'all doing that just for that. Like, when you hear Solace talk shit, that's when he say shit. Then y'all steal it, use it when y'all having arguments. So I be clear on that. I'm saying that because in the future, if I be like, yo, I'm about to block you, you can always just remind me, like, nah, you know, ain't that deep. I was just playing, like, I was just playing. I want to see you talk shit. Because I be forgetting, like, to ask y'all, like, do I need to let you go? Now, when y'all dealing with the ego and all the teachings that go with it, if you've seen the video from earlier when I was explaining the yin and yang sign, the ego is like that. It has a whole teachings to go with it. I have to do the yin and yang one over as well because I started kind of late, but I gave y'all enough for that one. Salam, shalom, arsenal bullets. Make sure you come back again too, champ. Now, like I said, y'all can watch the earlier video because that one kind of goes with this one in terms of the ego, meaning the yin and yang teachings tie into the ego teachings. And the ego teachings go deep, meaning many of you guys have the ego like arrogance. It's based on your emotional state. But when you get to these deep levels of teachings, you should have already shedded your emotional state. Meaning the mind should already be leading, not the emotional state. Some of y'all are living out y'all emotional state because, you get my point? It's leading. Like, you don't think logically. You kind of just go off your emotions. And some people can't even discern the difference. Like, are you thinking with your emotions, or are you thinking with your logical brain? Do you feel how you feel about this person because it's logical, or is it a matter of your emotions? Some people can't see that. You get it? They kind of gone in their emotions. Some of y'all still got a little logic left. And so you can catch it in self to say, nah, this might just be me going off of my emotions. Like I said, some people fully emerged into their emotions. They went through too much shit. Then they got that drink too. You know that drink. Some of y'all drink. And that shit bring out the worst in you, and that shit bring up all your hidden pains and problems, and you be talking about shit from when you was 2. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. You be around people that get drunk and you like, what the fuck? This nigga brought up some shit from when he was 4. I don't even remember that I knew him at 4. So you get my point? That liquor cold-blooded, y'all got to be careful with that. That was the most powerful alchemy in the past. The liquor. That shit substance, like it's going straight to the blood. Powerful. I know it's fun and it's like, man, it's just liquor. That shit powerful over time. That's the shit that, you get it? That's the shit that boil up a man's emotions. Meaning the liquor might not have y'all all hallucinogenic. I don't mean the most powerful like that, where it have you all out here like a dope fiend. But it's the most powerful in emerging your emotions. You get my point? A nigga could smoke weed. Weed don't really count as a drug, but fuck it, we could use it anyway. You could smoke weed. People that smoke weed don't get, like, their emotions start to get scrambled. You get it? They might zone out in a deep thought or something. A heroin addict, they all leap the fuck over. They don't have no emotions. They out of it. Cokehead eyeballs out like that. You get it? The crackhead speeding around. These drugs make people forget they even have emotions. Like, ain't no point. But when you talking alcohol, that shit dives straight into a person's emotions. You get my point? It's almost like the key to the emotional state. Nigga get to drinking, that's the only drug that truly do that like that. Where when a person drinking, their emotional state just gonna get forced out. They can have angers and pains hidden from when they was 8. It will come out when they drunk. So that drink be killing us as like black people. That drink be killing us. Most of y'all got that problem. You're not yourself. You kind of drunk. And so ain't nothing to be ashamed of. You just gotta get yourself together. It starts with the environment, whatever you around. A lot of y'all don't realize that. Changing the environment is half of the battle, especially if you're talking addiction. Changing the environment and fresh air is half the battle. The other half is work, meaning you gotta sweat addiction out. That's why I told y'all in the past, working out is how you break addiction. It ain't really for what y'all be seeing. Like, when you seeing dudes doing hard workout just so they could be diesel, that's some shit you do when you got like a drug problem. You get it? That shit will sweat the drugs out. You probably ain't gonna get that diesel. But you get my point? You work it out. Think like this, when a person got a drug habit, when they busy, they ain't doing the drug when they busy. It's when they got idle time. And so, kind of think like that. Give me a second. If you take away your idle time, but work out with it, you can shake your addiction. Meaning the working out gonna make you not want to. It's hard to explain. You gotta just do it. But when you have an addiction, the hardest thing to do is like work out. So I don't know. It's gonna be hard. He said this girl I used to hit was always a lot of women getting drunk in the daytime. I ain't gonna lie, I don't like that. I'm used to seeing dudes with the 40s drunk. You got a lot of drunk chicks in the daytime. Y'all got the pain, bro. A woman already emotional. You don't want. You get my point? Meaning the liquor fuck with the emotional state. Chicks is already emotional regardless. And so you get my point? You don't want no drunk chick. He said this girl I used to hit was always drunk, and when I tell her, hit the track and don't come back to y'all. So y'all. You said she did it. Did she bring you back some money, Cat Daddy? Or did she give it to the next dude? Like, you told her to hit the track and don't come back to them high heels flat. Still in my lane or whatnot. Y'all know pretty heavy style. She ain't bring you none of that paper back, right? Tell the truth. She brought that to me. Mostly. Now she to me, he don't need that. There's only one pretty heavy in town, you know. Now, Graz. I can't play with you, champ. Let me get through this deep knowledge. The ego is a long topic. But like I said, I'm going to come back. Y'all put in the comments if y'all even... Y'all know me. Y'all go on straight to the next thing. The way I see y'all ain't really trying to learn where y'all applying things. Y'all just watch YouTube to be entertained. So... those of you that do come in, I know probably maybe one or two of y'all that are paying attention to the things I say and you are working on self. It's a long topic, the ego. Meaning the ego is not something that you learn and conquer and destroy. This is two aspects that you do at different stages of your growth. Meaning it's a time where you have to conquer the ego, meaning let it raise, or let the ego conquer, like, you get it? And then there's a place where you will come in your life where you have to kill or destroy the ego. But it's not like a one, you get my point? The ego teachings ain't some one-day thing. It's about you refining yourself. Like, y'all emotions make y'all ego go into arrogance or insecurity. Y'all don't have like the control to keep. Look at it like this. Y'all ego, who y'all are as people could go real high. Look at yourself like this. You great. You got a lot of work within yourself. You got a great purpose. But you keep fucking getting mad. Like, if this don't go your way or that ain't how you want it, you hold on to things from the past that bother you. Look at yourself like that. You perfect and you moving up, but you keep getting disturbed. And so if you can just clean up your disturbances, your emotional state, where you don't have no dislikes and things, y'all can grow, have great purposes, do amazing things, be the greatness y'all want to be in life and seen as in life, but it starts there. Meaning y'all ego is y'all greatness. You see Michael Jordan busting people's ass in basketball, it's because his ego higher than his. In his mind, he can't lose. You see how I say I'm the wisest man alive and can't none of y'all fuck with me? And you see nobody will even try and step up. My ego higher than y'all's. Meaning in my mind, y'all can't fuck with me. Period. I'll bet my life on it. Michael Jordan, back in his heyday, he would have bet his whole life that none of them could fuck with him in basketball. He would really bet it like, I bet my life. You can't beat me. That kind of, you have to have the ego to its surety, where you're sure. That's not arrogance. Arrogance is when, you get my point, you get lost into the outer. Then you start to get into your arrogance or your insecurity. But you raise into your perfection and your surety. You get my point? There's something you great at. Imagine if you got yourself to the point where you perfected it so much to where you know, like, there's no way nobody can beat me in it. I know the work that people put in and the work that I put in and every detail that I have refined, I know they can't. It's just not possible. Now, even if somebody can, it wouldn't matter. Your ego is to its pinnacle. In that, you can do great things. Your spirits is up to beat. You get my point? When the ego drop low, so this is another thing. And so I mean like that. The same way Michael Jordan have ego, where he look at it like he can't lose, y'all have to let y'all ego get to that. Minus the talent. You get my point? Meaning I'm giving you an example. I forget. Most of y'all are stupid. Don't take offense, but y'all just show me that y'all stupid. Because when I give y'all examples, then y'all get lost on the example. And so for most of y'all, this is a conversation about Michael Jordan having a big ego and me having a big ego. I'm giving you an example. The ego has to be raised to where you're sure of yourself. And there's no doubt. The example was for that. If you can get your mind to grasp yourself at that place, where you're not insecure, you're not arrogant, you're sure of yourself and your capabilities, whatever it may be. You get my point? Like that. You stand on what you stand on. You refine self to a surety. You get my point? Y'all know y'all weaknesses. Y'all don't seem to know y'all strengths. And they have to do with that. Again, most people know their weaknesses. They don't know their strengths. They know what's going to break them down. And so you get my point? The ego teachings got to do with these things. Understanding the emotional state and how if it's not clean, it can start to distort the ego. Either bringing it down or pushing it up crooked or whatever the case may be. What's good, Wise One? About to start the video over. Salam, shalom. And so kind of grasp. When you're dealing with the ego teachings, there's much to learn before you even get there. But when you get to a place where you are truthful with self and you don't have falsehoods that you hold on, belief systems and all these strange things, because the ego have to do with that. If you got belief systems and all of that, you bound to the world. Your belief system got to do with people. It don't got to do with you. It got to do with your gang or however you view it. But when you're dealing with the ego and shedding the ego and refining the ego, because the ego have to be raised and broke down and re-raised and broke down, and this is the refining process of the ego. And you got to go through this till you die, meaning the raising and the breaking down of the ego, so that it can raise more. The breaking of it is just to get it to go more and more. And you want to keep it straight. When I say ego, we speaking about you being sure of self, not arrogant and insecure. And we damn sure ain't talking about you have the low ego, where you view yourself as low and like a slave. Kind of like how y'all are now. Y'all be telling each other to be humble. This is what slave masters tell fucking slaves. Y'all live by that. That's a part of y'all belief systems almost. Like, you're supposed to be humble. Man, that's a sin against you. Most y'all won't even grasp because you don't understand what humble is. I mean, you get my point? And so, talking to y'all is strange. Meaning some of y'all still holding on to the perspective of humility that you had. And you seen the video I did. And the post I put up clearly showing you what humility and humble is truly used for. It's used to label somebody as a lowlife or no class, like a servant or nothing. It's a title for a slave, like humble. Y'all live by it, like, and it's because y'all don't understand humility and the ego. Y'all don't understand humility, arrogance, these being expressions. And I don't understand the ego, this being its own thing, which is just the self, you, and your raising or being lowered. Look at it like this. When you was a kid, so you have your ego. The ego being you. And you don't know shit. So you ain't high or low. A baby ain't a low life. Baby don't do low life things. The baby don't know nothing. But the baby gonna go through its years. You're gonna become 10 years old. Is this 10 years old person, has his ego grown high or low? Meaning, do the 10-year-old act like a low life and be stealing and you gotta watch your purse around him? Or is the 10-year-old, well mannered, nicely groomed, sure of himself? How you doing, man? My name's so and so. Yeah, I like school. I like to do this. And which way is he? Is his ego high or is his ego like a low life? That's what I mean by the ego. Y'all as a person, y'all self, are y'all upbeat? Are y'all well mannered? You get my point? Is the ego on high? Y'all think ego mean arrogance. It don't. It mean you at your pinnacles, at your perfection. If you can avoid it going into an insecurity or an arrogance. Hopefully y'all can grasp that example that I gave you with the 10-year-old. And of course y'all will become 20. When y'all get 20, is the ego low or high? If it's low, it's because you let your emotional state interfere with it. The little 10-year-old boy who are upbeat, hi, my name is Joseph and I like to play coloring books. He ain't got no emotional problems. The 10-year-old that's stealing and you gotta watch your pocketbook around him, his mama beat his ass, she probably do this and that, her and the daddy be fighting, and you get my point? He got pain to pull from to make his ego low. Y'all go through this your whole life, where the ego is pushed up and dragged down, and you get it? Y'all don't take the control and say, okay, my ego has nothing to do with what I've learned thus far, but my ego has to do with how sure and high I present myself. High being like well-mannered, kind, good energy, genuine feeling. You know how I feel. Y'all like to say I got ego, but I just got good energy, like, I'm ready to go, baby, like. Now, on this, y'all know seriously though, you want to be like that, like the example of the 10-year-old, where you feel good and you don't have no dislikes for nothing. It's easy for you to be high and bright like that, and y'all got to think about all y'all experiences and how it took all of that away from y'all every time, like shaping and forming and make you a certain kind of way. You have to get to a place where you can acknowledge that and see it, identify it, and say, okay, this little emotional problem is taken away from, you get it? Me raising into the pinnacles of myself. Like I said, y'all all got like a perfect, you perfect. Y'all all got an aspect of y'all at y'all lowest, most horrible state that you wouldn't even want to see yourself. You get my point? I'm not saying that exists for you. I'm saying you are you. You could have took the wrong turn in life and been a cold crackhead, and you weigh 10 pounds and you look terrible and dried out. And I want you to think of yourself that way. Don't let the mind go into the ego and say, man, I would never. Let it go there. And that's one aspect of how low you could be. Meaning, think of yourself, if you could imagine just you taking all the wrong fucking turns in life, and how you would look. How you wouldn't have no pride, and you get it? Think of yourself low, begging and shit. No pride, motherfuckers kicking you to the side and you don't even care. That's a real reality for you. And on the flip side of that, I want you to imagine yourself at the pinnacles. You with a briefcase, collars, fucking $10,000 suit on, nigga. Think of yourself at the pinnacles of whatever you can. And that's your reality right there. You're in the middle somewhere right now, and you may die in the middle, but you can raise yourself to your perfected state. Think of you with the perfect white teeth, the smooth ass skin. If you got a belly, think of that shit with the six pack. You think of yourself, picture it in your mind. It starts there. I don't care who you are. Think of it. I don't care if you're 1,000 pounds right now. Think of your fucking legs small and you being perfect. This is not about fat ain't perfect or skinny is perfect. Whatever you view yourself as perfect as, and you can go as far as you want with it. Ain't no limit, like, okay, that's too perfect for me. Ain't no too perfect for you. Think of yourself at your pinnacle. Not arrogant, I'm talking about you where everybody love you and they like, damn, you motivate the fuck out of me. You always on your shit. Think of yourself like that. When you just at the pinnacles of your perfection. Physically, mentally, emotionally. People can't even get mad at you because your energy's so good. That's a reality for you. That's supposed to be the goal before you die for self. You get my point? You at the perfected state. Like I said, y'all can go to the opposite. And so, you focus on the one. Meaning if y'all take a time out every day, I'm going to give y'all one jewel before I depart. And I suppose whichever one of y'all apply it, so by years end you going to see it was real. Every night you picture yourself how I just said. You don't got to get carried away right before you go to sleep. The unconscious mind, that's the manifesting mind. The unconscious mind is the subconscious mind when you wake. Think about yourself at your perfected state. Don't get too carried away into the physical, but think more emotional and mental. You get it? Where you don't need all this extra shit to feel good. I'm saying that because I don't want you to just put everything into the physical. Like, I'm going to be looking like this and that. But think more if you was looking so good, a lot of the physical materials wouldn't matter. Because you look so good, it wouldn't fucking matter. So you ain't got a lot of desires. You just focus on the self looking good. Meaning you keep the vessel perfected. You keep the emotional state perfected, the mind clear and perfected. And every night you think of yourself in that state. Make that the thought. You don't have to think like what I'm going to do to get there. Just make that the present thought. And watch what starts to happen. Meaning you're going to start to view yourself different. You get my point? You're going to view yourself like how you've been picturing yourself. To where you forget, like, oh, I don't look like that. Y'all look like however people tell y'all look. Meaning when y'all look in the mirror, y'all see whatever people done instilled in y'all all these years. Y'all don't even see y'all own self for how y'all see y'all own self. Y'all don't cherish y'all own perspective. Y'all cherish other people's perspective over y'all's. So you get my point? Take that jewel and apply it. When you're going to sleep tonight, whether you're a man or a woman, think of yourself at the perfected state. This is the beginnings of the ego teachings. Like I said, I'll come back tomorrow or the day after. And I'll start the video straight from the ego teachings. And y'all can, adjust and practice whatever little pieces y'all do every day. Like, because that's what wisdom is about. Receiving in and applying it to self every day. This little bit today, that little bit tomorrow, so on and so forth. After a week, you see results. After a month, you see a lot of results. You get to the point where you're just on the flow. It's no more like you just naturally go into your flow. You get it? If you come home and you've been meditating, you just naturally come home and go into your meditation. You don't even have to think about it. You start to feel overwhelmed, you just naturally go into your flow where you know what to do. You get your fresh air, you start to stretching, you get it? Like that. Whatever issues I'm having, I just naturally go into the wisdom. It just clear up. You get my point? When I say wisdom, I mean the things that I've learned. Meditation, stretches, breathing, these different techniques is for different things. They got to do with healing self and controlling self emotionally. And so like that, if anything happens, I don't have to think about it. I just naturally kick into that. Repetition. That's what repetition do. You kind of apply these things every night. It becomes repetitious to you where you naturally just, you're always flushing self out, emotionally and mentally. You get my point? Y'all kind of have pain carried over from yesterday. Whatever pain I got today, I got to see when I reflect this tonight and go to sleep. I always reflect every night, flush self out. Go into the abyss in a good state. You never know when you're going to come out of it. You could die tonight. So you want to go in a good place. Now, when I do that, I'll see like if I have any pain or anything that was bothering me today. But that's all I would have. I don't know. I don't have none from yesterday. I don't deal that far back. Y'all like that. Y'all still deal with stuff from far back. Some of y'all got pain from last month. You carrying over. You gotta flush the pain out every day. Same way you use the bathroom every day. You gotta throw away the pain from the day and the issues from the day away. Make room for the next day. Otherwise, you have pain hangover. Pain from multiple days. You'd be like a herder or a hoarder of your pain. And this is how people start to overflow. Then they be like, I don't like this and I don't like that and I don't like that problem and I don't like that person. And you get it? You have to adjust yourself. Now, if you have any questions, ask before I depart. Peace and wisdom, Thomas, man. I was worried about you. I thought you might have got locked up or something, bro. I ain't see you. Some of y'all disappeared for like a day or two. I get a little worried about y'all. Not in that way. I just don't want y'all to have no hardships. Salam, shalom. And that's on the real. I don't want nobody to have no hardships. Y'all have to get to that place himself. Because y'all won't have none. You get my point? You got to be genuine with it. You should never want nobody to have no hardships that don't do nothing for you. You get my point? And so that shit's just going to add to somebody having a fucking problem. And they're going to add more chaos to their life. When you get to a place where you want peace and wisdom vibration, you don't want nothing to disturb with your peace. If people having problems, then they're going to be all riled up. So it's best to wish everybody the best. Oh, what's going on, Twan Red Bull, son? Peace and wisdom, champ. Boy, right there just got that Corvette. He gonna be killing y'all down in Texas. Peace and wisdom, though, champ. I'm glad you stopped by. I'm just about to slide out and get me something to eat. I'll probably see you this week, though. Peace and wisdom, Thomas, man. Yeah, just make sure you stay out of trouble, champ. That's the main thing. Wisdom gonna be a little rough sometime. You get it? Meaning wisdom ain't no curriculum. So sometimes y'all gotta get roughed up a little bit. Sometimes it be good, but when you apply it, you get my point? You slowly start to see progress in yourself. Get to a place where you don't have no dislikes and built up animosities and dumb shit. You're dealing with each day for the day. You don't need no extra baggage, especially invisible shit. Meaning y'all emotional, peace and wisdom, champ. Y'all emotional problems is invisible problems. Think about that. Whatever problem you got, it happened already. It's only a thought now. All you got to do is speak that thing out. If y'all don't let it back up so much, y'all can kind of blow it off in y'all reflections. Like, that shit ain't important. But y'all have so much backed up, it gets sticky down there. Any little thing happen, it just become a part of the bulk. And so you want to start to flush some of that out. Meaning you shouldn't get annoyed by things. That's a sign that you got in the pain and hurt. Keep track of those things. Like, damn, am I getting annoyed fast? You got in the hurt and pain. Let's say you like, I don't like this person, I don't like that person, and you don't even know these people like that. You got in the hurt and pain. You want to work on those things because it's gonna change your character. You get my point? Meaning when you was a kid, you was just free spirited, good natured. And every experience we go through would take us away from our true self. That little kid that would have grew up. You know the little kid that y'all all was that said y'all was gonna do everything in life. You get it? I'm gonna do this, mommy. I'm gonna do that, mommy. I'm gonna take care of everything, and you get it? Life ain't beat you up yet, so you was like, nah. I'm like God, mom. I'm gonna do everything. Imagine if that kid ain't never go through no pain. You talking about y'all? Imagine if y'all just had that perfect clean slate. Yeah, you felt like you was gonna do everything, and everybody say, yeah, you are. We gonna help you, and you grow up to be fucking grown with that same mentality, but grown now. So you handling shit. You don't got that kind of dragging emotional state where you disturbed by this or that. You want to get to that place. Like how you would have been if certain experiences didn't take your mind somewhere else. Changing your character a little bit. If you could find that person, you found self. And this is the path of wisdom. This is the path of finding self. The path of God. All those things. Finding yourself, removing all the pain. The lies. Because we tell ourselves lies to get by. And you could remove all those things and find that little child that didn't know shit but had all the energy in the world to make the world good and perfect. If you could remove all that stuff, then you that kid now grown. You get it? And you just have to do at that point. So it's about getting there. Now I'm going to depart. Peace and wisdom, Red Bull son. Like I said, I'll probably see you this week. The rest of y'all, make sure y'all stay in good spirits. Try to make sure you grow a little bit every day and adjust to self. I think I understand what you're saying, Philip Carson. He said our biggest influence leaves us the filters of filth, passed down cultures within our race. Yeah, y'all learn hurt and pain. Y'all learn how to be lessers and all that stuff. Have a lesser perspective, and you know. That's why I told y'all a lot of the teachings y'all learn is just passed down pain and hurt. Pain and hurt y'all don't even got. Like y'all just learn it, and they be running around here talking about the white man, the devil. You don't have no white man problems in the daytime, nigga. What are you talking about? No problem is that nigga up the street, he brown. He gonna shoot you. You don't need to run around talking about the white man, the devil. Fix that shit first. That's your devil now. That black nigga up the block, he the same as you. You gonna smoke him, he gonna smoke you. Like that. Y'all are just adopting other people's pain, helping to make y'all worse than what y'all are already. You get my point? Like that. Them young boys in Chicago, they feel like that too. Man, the white man got their foot on our neck. They believe in all that shit too. And then they use that pain to smoke each other. Y'all learn all y'all oppressions of old. Y'all get mad and y'all start taking it out on each other. I don't care if you a Hebrew Israelite, a Muslim, a Christian. That's what y'all do. Y'all learn y'all oppressions. Y'all learn y'all ancestors' oppressions, then y'all start to get mad at whoever don't want to be mad with y'all. Like, you lost, brother. This how y'all this how y'all do when y'all get all hyped up and be like, y'all be like, black power, you lost, brother. Y'all be mad aggressive. Like somebody just lynched you. Like Junebug lynched up the block right now. It ain't that deep, blood. The little nigga up the block gonna chalk you. They not gonna hang you. We passed block prop. We passed all of that. We in a different time, man. Y'all gotta look at the pains y'all got now and deal with those. Our young can't take no new pains. You don't tell your kids your problems. Who do that? Our ancestors, meaning our elders. They tell us all their pains and problems. We grow up mad too, talking about old shit. If that's over with, y'all still talking about white people got their foot on y'all neck. White people got assistants. These niggas is brownies. They what you is. That is y'all got overseers that fuck y'all over now. And they brownies like y'all. I'ma say it again. White people ain't y'all problem no more. They have assistants. These niggas is brownies. Blacks. Whatever y'all want to call them. I like bothering y'all. I'm sorry. I had to get it together. But brownies. You know y'all. Babylon monkeys. And they give y'all all y'all pain. You feel me? Y'all pass it on from generation to generation. Some of y'all gonna be telling y'all kids about slavery and Kunta Kinte and the same old shit. Like, that's over with. Yeah, it's like when the Hebrews be like, read! They got a problem for no reason. You just want to pull up and listen to the Hebrews talk their shit. Then they mad aggressive for no reason. Like, brother, read! Nigga can't never read. When you dealing with the Hebrews, them niggas be struggling reading. They be like, Deuter? Deuter Tom? They're trying to say Deuteronomy, but the nigga can't get it right. It's like they find a dude that can't read and they be like, yeah, you gonna learn by just learning. Like, and they can't read for nothing. So, love. Peace and wisdom, Philip Green. I'm about to slide out myself. Y'all stupid, man. Enjoy y'all evening. Big Uzi.